What would you do if, in the middle of the night, a call shattered your peace with a single terrifying sentence? Jungkook's house has been broken into, and the voice on the other end wasn't calm but trembling. What if the strongest member you knew suddenly went silent, and someone else, someone you never expected, broke down in tears? Before you read further, ask yourself this: is this just another rumor, or the beginning of something far more disturbing? Stay with this story until the end, because every detail matters, and if you feel something isn't right, don't forget to like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe so you don't miss what could unfold next. The night felt ordinary at first. Quiet, almost too quiet, as if the world itself was holding its breath. Inside his residence, Jungkook had reportedly been alone, enjoying a rare moment of privacy away from the relentless spotlight. Nothing seemed out of place. No signs, no warnings, just silence. But sometimes, silence is the loudest signal that something is about to go terribly wrong. It began with a faint sound, so subtle it could have been mistaken for the wind brushing against glass. A creak, a shift, then another. Moments that would have gone unnoticed on any other night suddenly carried weight, like invisible footsteps creeping closer. And then, without announcement, without permission, someone was there. A presence that didn't belong. A shadow moving where no shadow should exist. Details remain unclear, but what has shaken fans the most is not just the intrusion itself, but the reaction it triggered across those closest to Jungkook. Among them, Taehyung, known for his composure, his warmth, and his quiet strength. Taehyung's response has left many stunned. Because when he heard the news, he didn't speak. Not at first. He froze. Sources close to the situation describe a moment of disbelief, Taehyung standing still, as if his mind refused to process what his ears had just heard. "Say that again," he reportedly whispered, his voice barely audible, but the words didn't change. The reality didn't shift. Jungkook's home had been entered. Someone had crossed a line that should never be crossed. And then, something unexpected happened. Taehyung broke. Not dramatically, not loudly at first, but in a way that felt deeply human, painfully real. His eyes filled before he could stop them. His breathing became uneven. And within moments, the emotions he had tried to hold back spilled over. Tears. Quiet at first, then undeniable. For someone who rarely lets vulnerability show so openly, this reaction spoke louder than any statement could. Why did it affect him this deeply? That question is now echoing across fans worldwide. Was it fear? Anger? Guilt? Or something more personal that no one has yet understood? Because this wasn't just concern, it felt like something heavier. Something that suggested this incident might not be as simple as it appears. Meanwhile, speculation continues to grow about the mysterious figure who entered Jungkook's home. Who were they? How did they get in? And perhaps the most chilling question of all, why that house and why now? There are whispers that the individual may have known the layout, moving with unsettling familiarity. Others claim it could have been a calculated act, not random at all. But without confirmation, every theory only deepens the mystery. Inside the house, the atmosphere reportedly shifted in an instant. What had once been a place of comfort became something else entirely. A space that now held tension, unease, and unanswered questions lingering in every corner. Even after the figure was no longer seen, the feeling remained, as if something had been left behind, something invisible but impossible to ignore. And here's where things become even more unsettling. Some reports suggest that this wasn't the first unusual occurrence connected to the residence. Small details previously dismissed are now being reconsidered. Strange noises, brief power disruptions, moments that seemed insignificant at the time but now form a pattern too eerie to ignore. Could this have been building up for days? Or even weeks? If that's true, then the break-in might not have been sudden at all. It might have been the final move in a series of events no one fully understood. As the story spreads, fans are left with more questions than answers. Was Jungkook truly alone that night? Did he sense anything before it happened? And why does Taehyung's reaction feel like he knew something more? Something he hasn't said out loud. Because tears like that don't come from nowhere. They come from fear, from connection, from the terrifying realization that someone you care about was in danger, or still might be. Online communities have erupted with theories, emotions running high as people try to piece together what really happened. Some believe this could be an isolated incident, a frightening but ultimately explainable event. Others are not so convinced. They point to the timing, the behavior, the silence, and the emotional aftermath as signs that something deeper is at play. And if that's the case, then this story is far from over. Right now, everything feels incomplete, like a puzzle missing its most crucial piece. And until that piece is revealed, the tension will only continue to grow. Because in situations like this, the truth has a way of hiding just beneath the surface, waiting for the right moment to come out. So ask yourself again, is this just a break-in? Or the beginning of something far more serious? What do you think really happened inside Jungkook's home that night? Why did Taehyung react the way he did? And are we only seeing the surface of a much bigger story? Share your thoughts in the comments, because your voice matters in uncovering the truth. And stay connected, because if new details emerge, you won't want to miss them. The silence that followed was heavier than the incident itself, as if the night refused to move forward, trapped in a moment that no one could fully explain. And while the world outside continued as usual inside that circle, inside the lives of those closest to Jungkook, something had shifted in a way that could not be undone. What really happened after that moment? That question has become impossible to ignore. Because according to those who claim to know fragments of the truth, the hours that followed were not calm, not controlled, and certainly not ordinary. There was tension, movement, urgency, the kind that doesn't come from a simple misunderstanding, the kind that suggests something deeper had taken place behind closed doors. Jungkook, still at the center of it all, reportedly did not react in the way many expected. There was no public outburst, no immediate statement. Instead, there was restraint, a quiet, almost unsettling composure. But those who observed closely began to notice something subtle, something easy to miss unless you were paying attention. His eyes. They didn't look the same. Not frightened in the obvious sense, but distant, focused yet somewhere else entirely. As if replaying something over and over again. A detail, a face, a movement that refused to leave his mind. And that alone has raised even more questions. What did he see? Because whatever it was, it didn't just disappear when the figure left. It stayed, lingering in a way that suggested this wasn't just about someone entering a house. It was about what that presence meant. Meanwhile, Taehyung remained unusually close, and his earlier emotional reaction began to take on a new meaning. It wasn't just fear anymore. It felt like awareness, like he understood the weight of the situation in a way others didn't. His protective behavior became more noticeable, more deliberate. Watching, waiting, as if anticipating something. But anticipating what? This is where the story takes a turn that many did not expect. Because whispers have started to emerge suggesting that the mysterious figure may not have acted randomly. That their presence inside the house had intention, specific, calculated intention. And if that is true, then the implications are far more serious than anyone initially believed. Some claim that nothing valuable was taken. No signs of theft. No immediate evidence of damage beyond the intrusion itself. And that raises a chilling possibility. If it wasn't about stealing, then what was the purpose? To observe? To send a message? Or something else entirely? The idea that someone could enter, move through the space, and leave without taking anything has unsettled even the most skeptical observers. because it suggests control, confidence, and perhaps the most disturbing element of all, familiarity. Familiarity with the layout, familiarity with the timing, familiarity with Jungkook himself. And that is where the unease begins to deepen, because if the person knew what they were doing, then this was never random. It was planned. And if it was planned, then the question becomes unavoidable. And perhaps that's what makes this situation so difficult to process. The missing pieces. Because every detail we have only leads to more uncertainty. Every answer creates two more questions. And at the center of it all is a silence that refuses to break. Jungkook has not clarified what he experienced. Taehyung has not explained his reaction. And the mysterious figure has vanished without a trace. But here's something that cannot be ignored. These are not random decisions. They are responses. Responses to something that clearly left an impact. And yet, no official explanation has fully addressed the emotional weight behind it all. Which leads to one unavoidable thought. What if what happened that night was only part of the story? What if the real reason behind Taehyung's tears and Jungkook's silence is something that hasn't been revealed yet? Because in situations like this, the truth rarely comes all at once. It reveals itself slowly, in fragments, in reactions, in moments that don't quite make sense until later. And right now, we are still in the middle of that unfolding. Fans continue to watch closely, analyzing every movement, every expression, searching for clues hidden in plain sight. Some believe that eventually everything will be explained, that clarity will come and the tension will fade. But others are not so sure. Because sometimes the most unsettling stories are the ones that remain partially hidden, not fully confirmed, not fully denied, just existing in that uncomfortable space between what we know and what we feel. And this story is living in that space right now. So the question remains, was this truly just a break-in? Or was it something more deliberate? Something that carries consequences we have yet to see? And perhaps the most important question of all, if the person who entered that house had a reason, is that reason already fulfilled? Or are they still out there, waiting for another moment? Think about it carefully, because the answers may not come immediately. But when they do, they could change everything. Stay alert, stay curious, and most importantly, stay ready, because this story isn't over.